In these tough economic times, they're ensuring that this is at no tax increase. The last bonds have been sold with the last issue, and now we come in with a no tax increase. We did what we said we would do in the last one, and we've had development by a group of citizens. The bond issue basically is divided into 4 categories. You are by law required to have a separate vote on transportation, and then you can have a separate vote on the other components. The Bond Development Committee chose to give citizens 3 more choices in addition to the transportation. The biggest one of those areas are the building facilities, $261 million. I'm not about to stand in front of you today and break out the various components of what goes into every building. I will tell you that the Development Committee did an excellent job of spreading this bond issue around so that it touches virtually every single school. And I think it has components in it that really speak to the overall health, well-being, and well-roundedness of our students. I'm often asked, what would it take for TPS to reach the level of some of our suburban schools? Well, nobody is more proud of some of the suburban schools in the Tulsa area than I. My dearest and best friends are superintendents in those schools, and I want them to succeed. I want their bond issues to pass, and I want them to do well because I love this city, and I want all schools to do well. But I will tell you that Tulsa Public Schools can be at that level and are moving in the direction of being at that level. But look at the recipe for what schools that you have in mind whenever I say that. Look what they've been able to do. Their citizens support their schools. They believe that a well-rounded education is important, and there are components in the bond issue that speak to that speak to extracurricular activities, that speak to the fine arts, that speak to athletics, that speak to a number of components that I believe will make a school healthy and successful. And that's about $261 million. Then we have library books. Let me tell you, I don't remember the exact figures. I think it's something like books in circulation whenever they started the bond issue program were about 500,000. Today there's over 1.5 million books in circulation in Tulsa Public Schools. I have to put in a plug for Director of Libraries, Ellen Decker, a tireless advocate of the bond issue program and of libraries, and it has been through bond issues that we have built a number of libraries, and you can now go across Tulsa Public. A couple of them that were completed just this year. I always go into the libraries. Maybe it's because my wife was a school librarian for 29 years. I don't know. But I always go into the libraries, and in the libraries now, they're the hub. They're the center of academic excellence in a school system. And we have very little dollars available. And particularly with dwindling state resources, almost no dollars available for library books. But there are ample dollars in this bond issue for our library programs. And then we come to what we call textbooks and classroom learning materials. And that's where we have a lot of the technology that is in this bond issue. And we have computers and we have other components, textbooks. We get $49 a child for textbooks from the state of Oklahoma. It is pitiful for what it takes to provide textbooks for kids. We add another $44 if the bond issue passes. Again, a lot of technology, and I might also say both in this section and in the classroom section, there are measures in there to improve safety and security. You're able to do a lot with technology on safety and security today, and so there's a great deal of money that would help enhance those areas as well. And then finally, we have the transportation proposition, which is about $11 million, and that third component that I was talking about has about $61 million. So it's $354 million. Yes, it is a large bond issue. It's no tax increase, and I think if you break it out on a per student basis, we have 42,000 kids that came to school today. And I think that this will have a huge impact on what we are trying to do with those kids.